Welcome to the Sci-Fi Center, the place to be, where comic books and wrestling collide magically. Movies, TV shows, and pop culture we share. Get ready to rock, we're here to take you there. From superheroes to aliens in outer space, we've got the latest news and reviews in our embrace. Turn on your screen, let the neon lights glow. We'll take you back to the 80s. Let's rock and roll. Sci-Fi Center, where the legends come alive. Get ready to geek out, let your imagination fly. We're diving into the past with a touch of modern flair. Sci-Fi Center, the ultimate pop culture lair.
Happy Thursday. Happy Peacemaker season 2, episode 5. This is the last one that anyone has seen. All the other ones are going to be ones that James Gunn has hidden from the general public. So there's been no screeners out of these. So there's been no leaks, no spoils, or anything like that. So after this episode, we are in uncharted territories. I watched it earlier tonight. Solid episode. One of the better episodes of the entire season. Solid episode. Wasn't anything groundbreaking, but it was still a solid episode. It moved the story along more than any of the other episodes have. And like I said, now we have 3 episodes left. And like I said, I enjoyed this episode. So let me bring in my glow-in-the-dark Ozzy.
Hello.
Then Clint with the no Peacemaker duck today. Oh, all right.
I'm not quite awake.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me say hi to my chat before we get started here. Pretty short episode too, about 40 minutes. Here's you. All right, Clone of Ender.
Oh, well.
Soundtrack dropped tonight. Man, I dig it. Can't wait for the movie. I know you're not a huge fan. Yeah, it just never connected with me. But the soundtrack, I'm looking forward to the soundtrack. There you go. I'm looking forward to the soundtrack. I don't see me seeing Tron, but I see me listening to John, the soundtrack for sure. Hello. Oh, hello. There's talking to Aaron. She's right here. Steven Joel's Robin. Does Peace have a chance? Hilarious. Not according to this show, because this show is pretty violent. How you doing, Jose? 92. Really like this episode too. I'll watch it again with you guys. Cool. All right.
I tell you, Alien Earth has me more interested than this series. So, but I don't know.
Alien Earth has me interested. Not
You surprisingly time.
the consequences of the last 3 episodes of this show are bigger for me than Alien because I know the history and I know the lore of Aliens. No matter what what's going on? No matter what we do with Aliens, any Alien series that it's a prequel, I know where it ultimately ends up. I know where it's going to. It's just interesting to see it. Whereas with Peacemaker, for me, there may be some questions there where he's going with this is uncharted territory. It's not a prequel. It's not anything that I've seen before. So I personally give Peacemaker a slight edge. Now my mind might change after that if I'm let down and there's basically it's just a dud. But these 3 episodes, the fact that he's hidden them from the press and you didn't get them instead. They generally don't do that. I can't think of another time where you got a partial. The press would get partial screeners and not the rest.
Well, now not to be a Debbie Downer on that, William. I mean, just to add a little bit of extra context. I mean, there have been, times where I've gotten press screeners, from like Netflix, where it's like they don't usually give you out the whole show or the whole season with that. When I've had that, but yeah, I think what I found more interesting about everything you said there was again the fact that he's emphasized the secrecy of that so much. That's really the thing about for me is that not only those last 3 episodes being withheld, but also how much he's emphasized, like, yeah, these are important. There's a reason why he's going out. We don't know what that reason is, but he's gone out of it. But yeah, just to add a little like professional correction there. It's like they're like Netflix specifically, they don't generally put out the whole season. So I'm sorry not to like pop anyways.
I've only got the one. We've only watched the one, and that was the Twilight of God. But yeah, but as far as I know, the networks and the major cable companies, broadcast cable companies, I kind of consider Netflix one of those, but I consider Netflix more of their own animal. But generally, when you get from an HBO Max or a Warner Brothers,
Penguin, they didn't do this for.
Yeah, they generally give you from front to back. But all right, well, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Like I said, short episode. About 40 minutes. Everybody mute themselves when they're not talking because I can hear some really high pitched sounds coming from somebody. All right. I am watching it from HBO Max. We're not doing the Twitch thing because of everybody's at HBO Max right now. It took them long enough, but everybody has it. So, all right, here we go. I am at the little sign where he's standing in front of the Peacemaker sign, which says new episodes only, and we are at 34. 036 is where we're starting at. So go ahead and queue up. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and we are playing.
We got the deluxe countdown today.
Yes, because I had to queue myself up there. It's a stupid video game. Has anybody played this world? I think because I haven't played it yet.
By the way, on the topic of Peacemaker, I had one go live on a Fortress today that Aaron dug. that's kind of connected. It's more kind of like the whole general scheme of like what what might be unfolding under DC Studios. So first plug there. Thank you for the shout out there, sis.
Brad's just for full disclaimer, Brad's sister is not on this stream.
Unless his sister is a duck, a rubber duck.
That's all right.
My sister's from Australia. Oh god, everywhere I go, it's like sooner or later this nickname comes back. You call me that since high school. Like periodically, it's like I'll hear that, then a few years will pass, and somebody will bring it back up.
So they used to call you B Rad? For all I know, I don't know. Oh, I saw Spinal Tap 2 tonight. Oh my god.
Yeah, I got your text.
They did everything to make those guys look like old geezers as hard as they could. And of course, they had to hire a new drummer. One thing I got from this episode is that in this world, superpowers exist.
In the comics, his name is Richard Montgomery Flag. Not that it means anything, but I looked at that Richard Bill flag and I'm like, that's weird.
You know, Peacemaker just seems like Peacemaker seems like a heavily skilled guy, not necessarily superpowered.
Okay, if his name is Richard in the comics, why didn't they shorten his name to Dick?
I don't know. They do
Why?
that sometimes. It's like the Incredible Hulk, the original series that was in the 70s and 80s. They called him David Banner in the show when his full name was Bruce David Banner. So I don't know. I don't know why they do that every now and then. It's weird, but you have to be an uber geek like me to really even care about a thing like that.
You want to know the reason behind actually why they changed his name to David Banner on the Hulk?
What's that?
You want to know what the reasoning is why they changed it on the Hulk? The show changed for Bruce to David Banner. Late 70s. Apparently, I don't know how true this is, but I mean, the like Stanley talked about this in one interview. He said the network thought that the name Bruce sounded gay. They thought it sounded gay, so he's like, okay, we can have that. So it's like, yeah.
Okay.
So it's like that was the reason.
I have to look up on that one there.
Yeah.
Tell Bruce Wayne he's gay.
Yeah, I know. It's like.
And Bruce Wayne will say, yeah, whatever.
Aaron, go back in time and kick their ass for that, please. It's not okay. Yeah, he's the reasoning.
This song is growing on me.
I don't know. This intro.
I like it's all of them, and they're all horrible dancers.
The shit that what they do with the bird in here is absolutely fucking ridiculous, by the way. And
the bird makes me laugh.
The whole scene with the bird with this one, it's wild. It's okay. I think the whole thing with him and Willie Nelson, the whole thing is useless. And I haven't changed my mind, but there's something that goes on with this.
No, I think that it's like every time. I swear I thought that was Willie Nelson on the show and not Michael Rooker.
I knew it was Michael Rooker, one of the guys, because
Aaron's cup there. It's like it's Wonder Woman. It should say on there. It's like Wonder Woman on one side, and the other side it should say not Denny O'Neill's. And she like above.
What were you about
to
say, Clint?
Not Danny O'Neill's Wonder Woman.
You knew it was Rocker Wicker because what?
Because of the voice.
Yeah, his voice is interesting. You hear that voice, you know it's him.
I heard the voice. I'm like, oh, that's who that is. Willie Nelson looks ancient. If you've
He's
seen
like
him
90,
recently,
Well,
he's like
because he is
98,
ancient.
99. Yeah, that weed's added like 30 years to his life.
Yeah.
I don't hate this intro. I just, in comparison to its original one, it's kind of it has a hard road to climb. But this song is growing on me though.
They're all bad dancers.
Yeah. Well, that's the point. A little film psychic.
You know who is a good dancer? Robert Irwin.
Oh yeah, I saw your thing about that. He's
By the
wearing
way,
the khakis.
Aaron and Willie Nelson. He's actually quite the martial artist. I'm not. By the way, I'm not. He's actually. If I look at this, so he's got like 4 black belts, I think.
and he's a great chess player too, while smoking.
Hey, listen, thanks for at least coming in, Steven. You know?
Yeah, is this his first time?
Yeah,
First, I think I've seen him.
Have you heard of the theory of Woody Harrelson's father? What he was up to?
No.
That there's a theory that he was responsible for JFK's pew pew.
Responsible for what?
JFK's pew pew.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I need to look at that. That sounds interesting. Woody Harrelson, he's a character. Yeah, I think we're all kind of in agreement. The last episode was, I wouldn't go as far as to say lackluster, but it wasn't like the highlight reel of the last episode.
I can't wait for my alien desk lamp to get in.
Brad, check your messages, please. I'm about to send you something. Oh, that didn't work.
Is it me or is
Oh,
Brad
and
not staticky today? Oh, sorry, Aaron.
there's also Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey both think they could be biological brothers because one parent dated the other.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like maybe some folks attached to the Sci-Fi Center, maybe.
No, nowhere near anything like the Sci-Fi Center.
What were you guys saying? What?
She was saying Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey might be biological brothers because one of their parents dated each other.
Oh.
And of course, Brad took it to the Sci-Fi Center.
Oh.
Okay, by the way, with this fight scene, okay, because Frank Grillo, he kind of ruffles feathers in the press where he said something like, with Jennifer Holland, like if she had been the lead of Ballerina, like Ballerina wouldn't have been a bigger hit. Now, Williams definitely, everybody here somewhere was like, a Ballerina, that's my number one for this year so far. So, and I've interviewed Frank, great dude. Wasn't over the moon about that comment. Still not, I don't think I'm fully on board with it, but having seen kind of her handle the stunts and some action, okay. It's like I can see where I think he's got a point as far as like her capabilities, as far as like fight choreography and stunts.
It wouldn't have changed the outcome of the box office stuff. So I don't know why he thought that he needed to do because it was a woman.
Like, I'm looking it up again real quick. Like what's doing VOD
right,
wise? Talked about that a bit.
When it comes to Peacemaker, though, some of the human interest stuff really kind of carries the story. So it really, this isn't that kind of superhero adventure. These people are fucked up, and that's the whole point. They are interesting. The humans in here are actually interesting, but it's not just, it's them. Without them and the interest in them, there's no reason to watch this show. It would just basically be a cartoon. You know what I mean? I would say the episode picks up tremendously towards halfway point. When this is only like a 40 something minute episode, it's total 47 minutes, but half of that is credits and shit. So that thing I sent you, that's pretty much what you need, Brad. Doesn't matter where you order it from. That's what you need.
Yeah, I saw. I'll probably get it from Amazon.
Yeah,
I've been looking a few of those up. But
the drone will drop it right on top of your head within an hour or so. Please get it.
How far? Like how many? Like I mean, it's like every city like have like an Amazon like every city have like an Amazon like distribution center within like an hour of like.
Yes.
Okay.
Georgia has a lot of them.
I mean, I know a few people who have driven for Amazon, but it's like how did getting that quick a turnarounds? Never really understood how they
they do it. Yeah, but it's a superhero show. The sci-fi element is taking a backseat. You kill my brother, so we love each other. I don't betray my friends. That's a pretty much schematic that you could use for any successful show, though. I mean, I believe it or not, I think he does a good job here because listen, I'm not the biggest human interest guy, but other than their backstory, I have to have that in order to care about these people. I mean, it's otherwise, like I said, it's just a bunch of flashy lights, which I'm okay with too. But this is a show. They do have the time to build on it. I don't mind it. I really want to turn and fight her right now.
Yeah, Jennifer Hall on these little fight scenes she's had on the show. It's like I could see her doing like if you took her like outside like the superhero realm, how to do like a straight up action movie. I think she'd probably do fairly well in that now.
A lot of her stuff is stunts though too.
Oh yeah, you know who else I think could probably do really well in that one was Gal Gadot. I think she'd really would do that for he took off the lasso and just like said just grounded stunts and action. She probably would really excel there.
Brad has a crush on Gal Gadot.
The whole world has a crush on Gal Gadot, man.
She's an expert in Krav Maga.
Yeah, and she's got a couple. She's actually that, and like she's also got a background in karate and taekwondo, so she's pretty well versed.
Not the best actor sometimes, but she hasn't really been given a lot of range either. So,
well, most people know her as either Wonder Woman or Giselle from Fast and Furious.
Wasn't she supposed to play Cleopatra?
Yeah, that's been in the works for like 10 years. So.
Yeah, she's gonna do Cleopatra, and she's done work with The Rock for that Red
Notice, yeah.
Red Notice.
Red Notice.
$400 million movie that they love.
And before she played Gazelle, she did a lot of TV and movie work in Israel.
Yeah, after seeing her kind of rock and roll on the show, you're like, okay, Jennifer Holland, yeah. I kind of understand better now Frank Grillo's endorsements.
Yeah, I could see him endorsing him, but I don't. Like I said, he kind of made it sound like it would have been a hit with her. Well, I like Jennifer Holland, but I think it had as much chance of being a hit with her as it did with Anna de Armas.
You could have made the point better by just saying like she's awesome and that she kicks ass.
Yeah,
etc.
Because like I said, that movie made the money it made simply because a lot of people believe that a woman could do that, and B, it didn't have Keanu Reeves as the title character in the whole movie. Which is unfortunate because it was a good movie.
Well, like I said, I'm looking this up right now. Like what its where it's kind of sitting on, because I showed you it's doing phenomenal since it hit digital. And it's been there for about 2 months now.
That shirt is ugly. Now, had Peacemaker wanted to fight back here, Flag has no chance. He just, but this is one of those moments where it was like he's eternally dealing with the guilt of Rick Flag Jr. It kind of builds on his character. Everything comes back to that moment in Suicide Squad.
Did you see Spinal Tap 1, William?
Yeah, I saw that in the movies.
Did you enjoy it or did you hate it like most comedies?
I wasn't at the point where I was tired of that type of comedy yet. I was a kid. I think I was like 9 when I saw Spinal Tap. I was listening to a lot. That was when I was starting to be listening to a lot of that music, and that movie reminded me, Iron Maiden, a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, so it kind of connected with me.
Yeah, William, I just looked it up. Ballerina right now. It's at number 4 digitally on Amazon. And like last time we talked about it, was like a number 1 right after it hit physical. Again, it's been that, and like it's been on digital for like 2.5 months now. So it's kind of finding its audience post theatrically, kind of like the first John Wick did.
Yeah, I just don't know if there's a future for that universe though, unless they're going to put him in all the movies, which you can't really do that if eventually the universe is going to have to grow without him. But I don't know if it can.
Yeah, John Wick's coming out as a guardian angel. Or not John Wick, Keanu Reeves, sorry.
Yep, here's Willie Nelson again.
This whole thing was just so stupid. But it's wild though. It's like complete look what I don't even have a way to explain to you this whole thing in this episode. Although, without spoiling it, think weapons. Think the movie Weapons. There you go.
Oh, the one I loved and you hated?
Well, Weapons?
Yeah.
I didn't hate it. I never thought it. No, when I reviewed Weapons, I didn't hate it. I just didn't think it
the
was
one I
something
loved
to go
that
to
you
the
didn't
movies
like.
to
How
see.
about that? Is that better?
I didn't
Or
hate
you, I loved you didn't love.
It. Yeah, I didn't think it was something that was worthy of me going to the movies to see. I didn't hate it. I mean, there's a lot of movies that are just good for me to sit home and watch. There's some anime abuse going on here, by the way.
Paul McCartney and Elton John are in Spinal Tap 2. Oh my God.
See, I'm not really cool with what happens to this little fox. I'm kind of fucked up, man. And Eagly could have his own show just surrounded by stupid people trying to kill him because this guy is stupid. And he's supposed to be. It's not like, look, this, but it's like, dude, you could have cut this out. This could have been like a 30-minute episode because I didn't need to see any of this.
And the weapon he's using, you would never use that weapon to kill a bird.
No.
But it's funny for a comic book movie series.
Yeah. And by the way, there's a dumb reveal in this one. By the way, it's just dumb. Like I said, it was just, part of the.
So you've seen this episode before you watched it?
I saw.
Okay, so is there any like big twists or cameos? No. So they're saving that for last 3.
Yeah, that's what they did. They're keeping their
Do they
promise.
set up anything that kind of leads
Let's watch the episode because
Okay.
I'm about to spoil it for you.
No, I have to know before it
There's
ends.
sort of a big twist,
Okay.
but I can't really say what it is because then it would be spoiling and I'd be called Brad.
Well, plus there's people that are going to be watching this later on.
How'd your store hold up today, William? We got hit by a hurricane.
Yeah, it didn't do well. Bird hunters used called the punt gun used for duck hunting back in the day. Yeah, like 300 years ago.
Yeah, they were using it to shoot it in the water. Ducks are in the water.
This goes back to the Rick Flag that was in Creature Commandos, because you know he's gonna bang Sasha.
I just had a look. Gal has 2 movies coming up next year called The Runner and The Ruin.
Yeah, I've seen like some of that circulating. Her working on the runner. Maybe that's kind of what I'm talking about. It was like, oh, she's like do like a lot of parkour in there. Pretty awesome. No, we're about halfway through the episode right now.
Actually, more than that, because it's not a long episode at all. Where are we at here? Yeah, we're more than halfway through.
We've got about 10, I think, 10 more minutes to go.
Yeah, the actual show. And then here, this is so stupid.
Well, yeah, it's silly because he's carrying that musket that's like the
No, that's not why.
That's not why, because that thing is like the size of like a field goal.
Look at this shit.
Yeah, just think trying to wheel that around in the air, trying to shoot a bird out of the air.
Yeah, he's so beaten up, it's hard to whistle for him.
Eagly's busy right now doing something absolutely fucking absurd, even by Peacemaker standards. So silly.
Yeah, this is where John Ashcroft comes in and sings like the Eagle Soar.
And all these eagles are, by the way, on an endangered list, but there's like a lot of them now.
And he's got every eagle that's not gone extinct there.
Look at this. Look at that. So Eagly's some magical prime eagle now. And then the birds just take them apart, which is hilarious. But I'm like,
you kind of know now, Eagly is a super eagle.
Yeah, it's a prime eagle.
Then the birds just pecked the shit out of him. After what he did to the fox, I was like, you know what? Fuck him. But his character was useless.
Yeah,
useless.
Well, yeah, but it's Michael Rooker. You're asking, it's Michael Rooker.
Michael could have done something else.
Michael Rooker is to James Gunn what Johnny Depp is to Tim Burton.
That's fine, but give me this. You could have done better than this. This entire character had no point. Now, this was kind of like where they kind of took it to.
Well, the point is to show that Eagly is a super eagle.
Optimus Prime eagle. Yeah. Yes, it's a real gun. It's a real gun. It's just not something you would use, on that type of bird you know, in 300 years.
Well, it's a very cumbersome real gun, clearly.
And it probably kicked like a mule.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't be able to aim up on that without bouncing your head off the ground. And I'm really tired of this guy. And you know what? I thought Judo Master was dead, and you know, shit, here he comes again. My least favorite character from last episode.
John Cena is a lefty. Wow.
I'm surprised he didn't walk in and heard him and her dang it doing it.
I mean, you know, we've seen what that looks like from Creature Commandos.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you know, where's his blonde hair?
Oh, I feel like John Cena would, if he was a Simpsons character, he would be go to the leftorium.
And he just drops his finger like, this bird's actually hilarious, but it's like.
Here he goes. He's opening the portal.
Yeah, you're a little bit ahead of us by about maybe 8 seconds or so.
That lightning looking familiar to anybody?
It's not a show unless Brad's it.
I'm not spoiling anything. I'm describing what's happening on screen. Peacemaker said, "Everybody betrayed me. I fed up with this world." He went to another world.
Yeah, you're describing things on the series that no one else is at, so therefore spoiling.
Yeah. No. The spoiler constitutes like you can't have like a 30-minute lag.
So in your world, Brad, revealing stuff before that everyone else is seeing is not spoiling then, huh?
Yeah, I'll make the rules. I just, you know, they're just made to be broken.
Silence.
Well, I mean, give me a timestamp you're at, so at least I can sync us all up at the same time.
3106.
Okay, I'm like about, it's like about a minute ahead of you.
Holy shit, dude. I thought you were only like 10, 15 seconds. You're all fucked up.
I mean, it's right when they're pulling up to the cabin, so, right?
Yeah, that's where we're at
Okay.
now. Now the portal just shut. That's Cheeto fingerprints.
I've never had that particular potato or corn chip or whatever it is that he's eating.
He's eating Cheetos. And
he's eating Takis or something like that.
Oh, yeah, but it's Cheetos. Oh, needle drop. Somebody asked me. November Rain, yeah. I think so. Theory, all of them out about Tim Robbins. Oh, you're talking about economist? Oh, jeez.
Superman will make a racist cameo or Lex Luthor.
Forces Against Dimensions Friends TV show. Yeah, okay. I don't like him in this show. He's just not funny to me.
I like that they're pour some honey on me. So it just kind of shows that we're in like an alternate reality here.
Why would you just wash your face? Just have a normal shower.
This is starting to feel more like a season finale with this monologue. This feels like a season finale.
I didn't. Well, since I knew it wasn't, I never got that feel. But I get
Because like one of the cast
No.
members, AG, I think it was, said that like the last 3 episodes play almost like a different season. I'm starting to get that now because this monologue and this kind of the way this is going here, this feels
if you understand the character of Adrian, who is Vigilante, he's not okay mentally. And Peacemaker in this show is his only friend, so he feels abandoned, and that's a real emotion for him right there. I actually thought that he was going to do something to himself because that's how what the character in the comics does, but for different reasons. And he keeps asking him about himself, and I wonder if there's a me over there. I think he's going to figure out that him over there is the one that does commit suicide. Because if you read the comic, it doesn't end well for him.
I would. It's a good question. It's like I would say so. You think so, William?
No, I don't know if he's on any type of spectrum like that. I just think he has mental issues.
Yeah.
Upbringing
I think
and
we
stuff
read
like
that way. It's like he might be on the spectrum.
Was what a spoiler? No, not necessarily, because these comics don't these shows don't follow the comics like that.
And look at that. We got another one of those kaiju now. Now it's in another alternate reality.
He loves these things.
Yeah. I do kind of appreciate the fact that it's that it's being referred like in the context of Superman and Peacemaker that they're actually using the term kaiju. That term has just been kind of really put in the mainstream now. I think actually you could probably attribute a lot of that to Pacific Rim. Like I think Pacific Rim really kind of helped solidify the term kaiju as like mainstream.
No.
Yes. How
about Godzilla for 50, 60, 70 years using that term?
But I'm talking about mainstream, where it's like everybody.
Godzilla's mainstream, dude.
Yes, but no, the term kaiju was not. At least not in the English, lexicon. Or you would like pre-Pacific Rim, they would have just like said like very big monster or something.
No, they would have said kaiju. I heard that term.
No, they would not have said kaiju.
Would.
Like if this came out like 2005, they would have said monster.
Dude, you go back
so
to
Brad,
Ultraman.
you came out before Godzilla?
What?
You're saying that you haven't heard it before Godzilla. I
No,
heard it.
I'd heard. I'm talking about. It's like it's as widespread the use of the term kaiju as it is now. I think you could attribute that to Pacific Rim.
Well, when you discuss widespread, I mean, this is the first time I've said kaiju in probably 10 years.
All right. Well, that was Peacemaker.
What else? The episode's not over yet.
Huh?
Is it? It's not over. Is it? I mean, oh no, it is. It's got like 2 seconds left for me.
Dude.
But really, Clint. So if I go back and like look at the last 10 years of your life, I'm not going to see the word kaiju anywhere.
No, you're not.
I might have to do that. I got to be sure about these things.
Go ahead if you want to waste your time.
Screwy Louie. Oh, woe is you. I don't know whether to take this seriously or not. But if you're making fun of my guess, if you're making fun of my guess that Ezra Miller would show up here, A, you have 3 episodes. B, if you're taking this shit that seriously, woe is you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're being facetious or not, so I'm not gonna like open up on you like that because it's only words on the screen. Let me respond to him. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because I've never seen you in here before, but you may be one of these people that come in under different names. If you are doing that, then like I said, I opened up this thing to a bunch of conversations, but if you're just here to waste people's time, I'm gonna need some clarification. I'll give you a couple more entries in before I do my thing and make it disappear. All right. Does it mean Ray? What?
Yeah. I think he's just being a dick. It's like, oh, all this, you guys are like your universe is dead.
You're staying up till 12:21 a.m. on any Pacific Coast to do that. I'm not even going to acknowledge you at this point. I'll get rid of you later. All right, let's get to like people who matter. What did you guys think of this episode?
It was again, it was a little bit better than the last one, but again, it's like it kind of feels, and like I said, the way it wrapped, that was really interesting for me. The way the ending. The ending feels like the way you would end a season of a show. This doesn't feel like kind of like the midpoint, and that I find that really interesting. With like the comment AG made about like the last 3 episodes feel like a whole different season. So this almost feels like the way you would like traditionally would conclude a season with the whole I'm going through the portal, I'm starting a new life somewhere else. And other than that, though, it's like these last 2 episodes. It's like I don't want to say filler, but it's gonna they had like
this one definitely wasn't filler. This one I didn't feel was filler at all.
Well, but it seems like a lot of the focus plot wise is very much like facilitating like getting the portal to do something basically. So
well, because I think it's gonna actually mean something.
I get that, but I mean this one, this one there was more meat to this one than the last one, but yeah, it's really interesting to me how this one feels almost like you would expect like a traditional season to conclude, and then you come back the next year and then you start anew. There, we're getting like the next season in this context, in a week.
Yeah, I just since I know, that's the fact that I know that there's 3 more episodes. I saw it as this a junction in the episode for me. I thought this episode did. This one moved the story along to where I think it's going to go. It set up things. It set up the last 3 episodes definitely. The whole thing when it comes to Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, supposedly issues 1 and seasons 1 and 2. Like I said at the beginning of this season and at the end of last season, this entire story is about these people wanting to be something better than the lives that they've lived. The entire story arc, everything about these characters that's meaningful and watchable is because none of them are what they wanted to be. None of them are what they set out to be. And now you have one of these guys who has this huge regret. He's killed this person. He's carrying that guilt with him. The rest of them are just not, when they joined these agencies and started working for these these organizations, they thought they were being real Americans. They thought they were being heroes, and now look at them, and it's the entirety of it is that. But Peacemaker is the embodiment of it, because of the fact that he's actually gone the furthest and actually killed somebody. So, and now he wants to erase that, and you just really can't. I think the moral of this whole thing is the lives you have are the lives you have. So, no, I don't know how. No, I don't see that this show is being anything like Guardians of the Galaxy at all, other than it has James Gunn's name on top of it because, what's his face it didn't have a redemption arc. Star-Lord wasn't a redemption arc. None of those guys were about redemption arc. They were about vengeance. Drax was about vengeance. Rocket Raccoon was just trying to be accepted. No one in the Guardians of the Galaxies lived the shit lifestyles and did the awful things that these people have done. Really, I mean, they were brought together, but it's a team up movie and it has James Gunn's name on it. That's the only. I don't see any similarities between this and Guardians of the Galaxy, to be honest with you.
I see this is the grass is not greener. That's for sure.
Yeah,
for the whole series.
Especially when you find out what's going on in that universe, which
you guys study this so much. You go, oh, the last three episodes, this and that, and this feels like this. I'm watching this just as a show because I don't ever think about what you guys think of. I just go with the flow of the show, and it just like I can see Peacemaker going, oh, that grass looks way greener, but he's not seeing the forest for the trees in that universe.
Yeah, it's a cool vegetative metaphor there, or botanical metaphor, or whatever the term is for like grass and trees.
I was thinking about what it means. You can't see you're looking at the big picture rather than for the tree. Yeah. The trees are getting in the way.
No, I get you. But yeah, I mean, go there.
I reckon it was a pretty fun, lighthearted episode. The human interest moved the story along a little bit.
Well, the human interest is the story. There is no Peacemaker 1 or 2 without it. You can't really tell the story without it. It's about these people. So
it's about existence of superpowers in this.
This
episode.
I just thought this too. William, this maybe kind of like plays a little bit into your theory about, the Ezra Flash cameo is like, because watch the Flash movie. I mean, it has a similar idea of like the whole thing about the grass perceiving the grass degree or the other side. And with Barry, he has the same thing about, it's like, if I just go back and prevent my mother's murder, that just, that I can, right the wrongs and imperfections of this world. And it's like, it's going to be the world I want to live in. So
both of these things are about not being able to accept what is. And so
so they thematically are kind of like dealing with similar topics, and they're both multiverse properties. So that is kind of curious.
Flash is more you can't go back in the past and change the future.
Well, I get that, but also it's the idea that again, like Barry and Chris, and all the Peacemaker characters, they're all in some way, their reality is there's things about it they can't accept, and it's the focus, their mission and all of that is about correcting that and kind of coming to realize it's like there's some things of life you just have to accept it.
Do you pay attention when the show's on the air?
Fourth. Yeah, William is
it's just a loose theory I threw out there. Apparently stalkers and people who watch this channel take it way more seriously than I did when I threw it out there for fun. But it's just a theory I threw out there for fun, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, guess what? I'm not going to lose my house on it.
But actually, we've had the mystery solved here in the comments. It's not Flash. It's not anybody else. It's Williams Fly. That's the big cameo we're waiting on in the next episode. Williams Fly will be in the next 3 episodes of Peacemaker. We have now solved the mystery.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to laugh? Darn.
But what is going to be so bad about the universe that Peacemaker has to come back to? Well, I mean,
it's probably a white supremacist universe where they've cleansed where they've cleansed everybody that doesn't look like them. It's a possibility. If you noticed, even in this episode,
They were calling them imps in one episode.
If you look at this episode again, there's eerily nothing. And like I said, Peacemaker's dad does not. There's nothing in that alternate universe that stops Peacemaker's dad from being who he was. He
By the
just
way,
wasn't stopped, you know.
William, because I wasn't fully clear on this when it happened. Did he go into when he went through the portal at the end? Did he go through into the world that the Peacemaker that he killed came from?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So he's not going to run into another Peacemaker in this alternate reality.
Nah. Theory is a Peacemaker or Lobo will show up in Clayface. Those are wild ones. Those are wild ones. Those are yeah. I don't think either one of them will be there, but who knows?
Yeah, I'll see how Lobo really fits into Clayface. Peacemaker, I could see, maybe see a little bit of a.
It really doesn't make any sense, that portal thing, because it seems like he would be trapped in the doors area if the portal thing turned off.
No, he just doesn't have access to those portals now. That little thing opens up and he has access to the other doorways. He just can't get out of there now.
Yeah. And we've seen, by the way, in the trailer, like this is, I guess this is this section of the show where this happens, and where like they peer through those doorways. There's the one where it has like the giant skull spiders in it. So this is I'm anticipating these next 3 episodes are going to involve some level of like hopping from like one dimension to another.
Yeah, because otherwise, I don't know why he would keep him secret. All right, guys, that's Peacemaker season 2, episode 5. We will be back next Thursday for Peacemaker season 2, episode 6, which is one of the 3 that were not screened by anybody. So who knows? Hopefully,
publicist.
Yeah.
And and in between there, we're going to see the series finale of Alien Earth.
Oh, of Alien Earth, yeah.
That will be next.
That
Tuesday,
I gotta see that eye go like Darth Vader and Rogue One on some fools.
Okay.
William's looking at me like I'm crazy because I love that eye.
I'm your obsession with the eye is kind of like creepy. But hey,
we've never seen
creepy.
an eye become like a slasher villain.
It's not a slasher villain. It's just an alien life form that's intelligent alien life form that's probably going to die because it's probably going to get into that Boyd Cavalier and take him over, and he'll get the conversation he's been wanting the whole time. But they'll kill him and it. So
the eye
has its own brain.
Yeah, it's an eye with a brain that's never been had before. And yes, fourth, that eye is getting the eye is the coolest eye of all time. You might say it's the eye of the tiger.
Maybe I'm just not in the mood for bad jokes tonight. Maybe it's me, because you guys are not funny in the least.
Oh, and by the way, also kind of in the midst between tonight and the next episode of Peacemaker, we will also, and William, this is on Saturday, right? We're doing the Wicked watch party.
Yeah, I'll be watching wrestling while I'm enduring Wicked. Which Erin will probably be watching wrestling while she's enduring Wicked. Well, she loves Wicked, though.
The eye needs some Visine desperately.
Well, like I said, going forward, it's the Xenomorph. That Plumacura, that big plant, none of these species are surviving beyond this series, because you know that because the one that they prioritized was the Xenomorph. Everything else, they either dies or they exterminate, because you don't see it throughout anything going forward in any of the movies going forward, and there's like no knowledge or record of it, So, and there's a record of the Xenomorph because they sent ships out to purposely to be subject to get it back. They didn't send anybody to the planet where of the bloodsucker or the fly or any of that. They sent people to those areas where they knew, because going on those records, because they're going to be able to download those records. In fact, that one cyborg has all the records of the mission, so he knows everywhere they went to go get these things. They didn't go get the plant. They didn't go get the leech. They didn't go get the fly. They sent those people exclusively to those LV planets where the Xenomorph is. So that's where I think that's going to end up. They have prioritized the one, and everything else is going to get wiped out. Let's see. All right, that's it. we will see. I will not be on the air tomorrow night. I did a decent hour. I won't even be on the vodka stream because I got some stuff to take care of. But if I don't see you guys tomorrow, I will see you Saturday for Wicked.
We will be on Saturday. We'll be defying gravity.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
I might have to ban comedy from the show because you guys are just
and don't forget
funny.
All Out.
Yeah, that's what we'll have. All Out, and I'm gonna be. This is what I can watch because All Out comes on at noon. Actually, you know what? Yeah, All Out should be over by the time, so it'll be WrestlePalooza. Yeah, WrestlePalooza is the one I'll end up having to watch and split with Wicked, which is fine because I don't need. I can pay half attention to WWE products. That's not it. I can do that real easy. So, all right. Let's see. All right, guys. That's it. That's all I got to cover. See you in the next couple of days, at the very least. Bye bye.